Hey guys, it's me, Nico, and today's the first episode of Nintendo Weekly News, where every single Sunday you can join me right here to get every little bit of Nintendo news, ranging from IGN, from BuzzFeed, to CNN, to Forbes. Wherever you can get Nintendo news, it's all gonna come into one big blob right here. So, enjoy the next 3 following newscasters who will give you information on things like the new Rabbids X Mario game, the new ARMS Global Testpunch and how that went about, and some new stats regarding to how the Switch is going to sell in 2017, and now we know how it's going to predict to be selling in 2018. So, stay tuned for all of that, and here's the first episode of Nintendo Weekly News. Enjoy. Hey y'all, it's me, Duncan Montgomery, and I'm here to talk about all the things that are new coming to Nintendo Switch this week in Nintendo News. So, starting off, we have Rabbids X Mario. Well, there's a mashup, a collaboration, if you will, with Mario, and it's called Rabbids Kingdom Battle, and it's coming to Nintendo Switch in an edition that leaked with different slides showing different things. There was Mario, there was Luigi, there was Peach, there was Yoshi, and there was a Rabbids form of each and every one of those characters as well. One of them had a bazooka. There was Princess Peach as a rabbit taking a selfie. That was whack. And then there was also Mario with this Mega Man looking hand. It looks like a fun game. It keeps on leaking. We've been hearing about it for years and years, it feels like. But we'll probably get hinted more about it for E3. Moving on, we have more news that Nintendo's E3 presentation will be 1 hour long, and it'll be a digital event, which we already knew, but now we know it's 1 hour long. And it's really cool to see that Nintendo is going to give us an hour-long presentation. It's confirmed we'll see titles for the Nintendo Switch and the 3DS. We'll be seeing Mario Odyssey, Splatoon 2, some ARMS, maybe some ARMS DLC. It'll be great. We'll be probably seeing this Rabbids game. It just sounds like a fun old time, y'all. So, Monster Hunter XX is coming to Nintendo Switch. It was officially revealed by Nintendo of Japan. It's going to Japan exclusively, but because there's one thing we know about the Nintendo Switch, it is region-free. So, any game you can play in Japan, you can also play in America. You just gotta buy it from Japan to get those extra shipping costs, and there you go. So yeah, it's coming to Japan. It's like a different version of like the Generations game for the 3DS, but with upscale graphics. It's going to work with your 3DS. You can actually transfer over data from your Nintendo 3DS over to your Switch and play with the 3DS. So it's coming in Japan this year. Moving on, we also have a whole new EA Sports FIFA for the Nintendo Switch. And by that, it's not FIFA 18 like we thought it would be. Is this positive news? Is it negative? We don't know for sure. All we know is EA has officially revealed that it's titled EA Sports FIFA, not FIFA 18 for the Switch. The other stations, PlayStation, Xbox, they're getting the regular FIFA 18, so not really sure what that's all going to mean, but just reporting the news for you. So, my name's Duncan Montgomery, and I'm reporting to you all of the latest Nintendo news every single Sunday. Now we're going off to Patricia, who's telling us all of the events and games released this year and this week. I'm going insane. Every event and game released this week for the Switch and Nintendo related. Let's go, Patricia. Hey y'all, it's your girl Patricia Alicia Michelle, and today I'm talking about all of the new things that happened in Nintendo Switch this week. So I gotta get real quick because I gotta go get my girls. We're gonna go have some fun this Memorial Weekend. I hope everyone's having a great Memorial Weekend. So starting off, we had an ARMS Global Testpunch that took over this weekend. People got to play all weekend long, and to play their arms punch. It was a fun time, and everyone really enjoyed it. You had to play through 7 characters. And next weekend, instead of volleyball, which, you know, your girl loves some volleyball, well, instead of volleyball, it's actually going to be hoops. So if you play this weekend and feel like, oh, you already had enough arms, well, next weekend you can play hoops. So yeah, it sounds like a lot of fun. Everyone's having a great time on arms. Moving on, we have 2 new games games coming out this weekend, and that is so much fun. Disgaea 5 Complete was released for the Nintendo Switch. It's a measly $60 on the eShop, so go and buy it and have some fun. It's a fun little game. And then also Ultra Street Fighter 2, the Final Challengers, had a physical release and a online release, so you can check that out. It's $40. It's like the original Ultra Street Fighter 2, but with 2 new characters, Violent Ken and Evil Ryu. And you got this really cool hand moto thingy. You shoot Kamehamehas out of your mouth. IDK, girls, but you know what, girls? I got your back, and it's actually a character customization. So that's a lot of fun. You get to color, change all the colors, give them a red wig, a blue wig. Just have a fun old time with your characters. I got one more big load of news before I hand it over to Steven Snodgrass. Who even names their kid Steven Snodgrass? I can't with this silly show. No, but seriously, y'all. Switch version of Fire Emblem will be a completely different Fire Emblem, according to Nintendo Everything. It will breathe life into characters like never before. While Nintendo's really loving this whole breath and breathing thing, Breath of the Wild, breathing life into Fire Emblem characters, all I know is, it's just going to be a fun, wild time over here in Nintendo Land. We got the E3 coming up, and we got all this jazz. So, we're moving on to Steven Snodgrass. See y'all. Girls. Yeah, no, I know she did. Well, she's not going to party on our poop. Hey, Henry. Chuck will be in by tonight, right? I'm gonna need it. Okay. Thank you for the amazing introduction, Miss Patricia. So today, I'm going to talk to you about all of the amazing stats and new nerdy techie things and statistics and numbers about the Nintendo Switch over the week, which we got a lot about. So, starting off, my name is Steve Snodgrass, and we are starting off this update with amazing news that the Unreal Engine 4.16 is released, and you know what? Fully inclusive and compatible with the Nintendo Switch. It's very great to see the Nintendo Switch being included into all of this new technology. As someone who has never included in anything in high school, I mean, with the last name of Snodgrass, how does that happen? Obviously not. I've been very lonely. But it's very, very nice to the Nintendo fantasy that it's being included in all of this new technological revolution. So, moving on, another great statistic is that Nintendo shares have reached the highest it has ever reached this decade since the Nintendo Wii was released, and you know, so great. In the middle of the Nintendo Wii era was the last this great amount of shares have been. By that I mean, do you remember? The Nintendo Wii sold 100 million copies. Now, with the reveal of Monster Hunter XX, it surpassed the Pokemon Go hype and the shares that Nintendo had during Pokemon Go, which were huge to begin with. It passed that and is now its highest ever since the middle of the Nintendo Wii era, which is fantastic news, and it points to really positive directions for the Nintendo Switch, because it just came out and look how great it's already doing. All points are sharing to this direction of positivity. Now, these shares are just another bundle of joy in that package of happiness. So, moving on, we have another great statistic. Now, Nintendo has officially moved the production of the Nintendo Switch in acceleration. Now, by that I mean they are going to sell more and more and more. They see the demand for the Nintendo Switch. They see that there's no stock anywhere. And you know what? They see that there's a demand for this stock as well. There's a difference between having a lot of stock and no demand, and having a lot of demand and no stock. With the Nintendo Wii, it was kind of like, sometimes it didn't have that much stock, but it's not like it had many, demand behind it anyways, so why really produce that much? But with the Nintendo Switch, it has tons of demand and low stock. So, Nintendo Switch is going to compensate for that now, because Nintendo is accelerating their production of the Nintendo Switch from 10 million by March 2017 to 18 million by March 2018. So, that's 8 million more, which is certainly a huge amount. And you know what else is great about that number, folks? if the Nintendo Switch sells 14 million of those 18 million shipments, which it's looking like it would do, guess what's going to happen? It would outsell the Nintendo Wii U in 1 year. Nintendo Wii U had its whole lifetime. It sold 14 million units. The Nintendo Switch can probably do that in less than a year. Isn't that great? Now, one more piece of technological amazingness to talk about in statistic. Now, at this point in the Nintendo Wii's life cycle, it sold not as much as the Nintendo Switch is selling right now. The Nintendo Switch is selling 10% more than the Nintendo Wii sold at this time period in its life cycle. Now, as we know, the Nintendo Wii was a juggernaut. Sold over 100 million copies, is one of the best-selling systems of all time. Everyone has a Nintendo Wii. Everyone has a Nintendo Wii. So, it's definitely not, of course, in cement that this will do just as good as the Wii. But it is very, very nice to see that, wow, Nintendo is back on it with the sales. This is doing better than the Wii. Hopefully it continues to do just as good as the Wii. And it can eventually sell 60, 70, 80 million. If it reaches 100 million, that'd be fantastic, just like the Wii did. It's doing just as great as the Wii, even better, and way better than the Nintendo Wii U. Thanks for watching. For more Nintendo Switch news and Nintendo updates, make sure to hit that subscribe button. My name is Steve Snodgrass, and I will be here to show you all of the statistical and technological updates of the Nintendo Switch and Nintendo in general over the weeks. Thanks for watching. Goodbye.